There you go, rods are out. No pod up yet. So I've chucked one to the side of that. One to the post that's over there somewhere. I can't see it on this fence. It's round over there somewhere now. Can't see it with this tiny little lens, but I've chucked one in there just in front of it, and I've gone in line with that peg over there at about 17 wraps. And just solid bags, Mistral's red aggressor, tipped with a mini pop or half pop up. And we'll see how it goes. I've just reordered the red aggressor stuff, so I haven't used that properly since the end of lockdown. I remember I came down and literally I only had half a kilo, and I was just using those bare bottom baits, and I had 2 runs within 20 minutes, and then we had a hailstorm which killed it. I thought I was going to have it right off, but no, ice in the water stopped the fishing. But yeah, so the rods are out. I'm going to get my pod up. The residence for the night is almost done. Seems absolutely empty. Look at that. I've got my pop-up tubs, my bed, sleeping bag. Got my bucket there for tying PVA bags. There's some bait in there, a bottle of water. I literally haven't brought anything out the car because the car is over there. So that is like my storage cupboard, and I've got a nice easy bivvy that I'm not trampling on stuff. But yes, so spin round. Let's get the alarms out there so I can get the little beeps and taps from when the seagulls or swans pick them up, and I can run out being really angry. So yes, I think it's going to be a good night. Rats are already running around me like crazy little vermin that they are. But as I keep looking at the camera, I can just see one in the corner of my eye. There's one running by there now. But there's rats everywhere. I'm not going to get rid of them. But if you want to catch fish, you've got to put up with the locals, I suppose. Right, let's see if I don't have to switch the camera on the next half hour. That's what I'm hoping. Get a run under my belt before it gets dark. Right, I shall see you later. Right, so I was going to leave my waders there tucked down so I could just slip them on in case I got to run. Except that's not going to happen. There's hundreds of rats running around, and I'll have huge holes tied in it. I can't even speak. There's going to be little holes chewed everywhere, and so I'm going to put them inside the bivvy. They have come up close to the bivvy door. I've screamed at them. Well, I say screamed at them, I shout at them, "What are you doing?" And they bolt off. It's quite funny. Well, no runs, but I'm gonna get some breakfast with some little pork patties, and do an egg and a hash brown, and have sort of breakfast burgers. Right, I shall see you when I've got breakfast. Oh, one of those rods goes off. I think it might. That's the hammer, the old flat sausage, hash brown and a fried egg in a toasted bun. Well, I say toasted, I rolled it around on the frying pan until it burnt a bit. But some kindly donated McDonald's ketchup, seeing as Eddie always has sauce but he never uses it. So, awesome stuff. So we've got some top tips for coffee when you're on the bank. I've got a thermal mug and a normal mug. So I'll do the thermal mug, put the lid on and come back to it in about an hour and a half, while I can have another normal cup of coffee from the same kettle without boiling it twice. Yeah, that's my top tip. 2 cups of coffee, 1 boiled kettle. So I've had 4 screaming runs that connected with nothing. Some of the boys are saying there's fish trailing line in here, proper trailing line, and whether that's that fish trailing through my lines all the time, it's down in the shallows. But I'm suddenly thinking that the swans are probably, if not totally responsible for it, because they are, since I've rebaited and put the rods back out from 6 o'clock this morning, the swans have literally turned me over like 3 times. The water's just simply not deep enough down here to avoid them. But I've had his lordship on the phone, Sir Eddie. He's decided, he's told me he wants to fish on the step pegs. So yes, he means pegs on, I don't know if you can see them from here actually. Let's have a look. So if you go right round the other side of the lake, oh, you can only see one of them, there's 3 on the other side. I'll zoom that in. See the tortilla peg over there? That's a step peg, that's where he wants to fish. There's 3 of them in a row over there, or 4 I think. So he wants to fish a step peg. So, looks like I am packing down to move to a step peg. Right, I shall see you later. Just gonna get the rods out, wait for Lord Eddie to come along so he can move and he can pick his peg. Rats are getting absolutely beyond. They're climbing up around the wheels and up into the shock absorbers of the car, so I want to get that moved as well. Great rats, aren't they? Right, let's get moved. Well, I've made a start, the bivvy's up, now I've got to barrow down all the stuff. I forgot how windy this peg is, so you're probably going to get loads of wind on the mic. I don't know if I'll be able to cover this off. But this is Eddie's choice of peg. See a fish just jumped there. Or the bird's going to pop up. Well, I've seen a carp jump in right into there. I'm talking, but there. And so there's fish jumping in here. So this might be a good choice for Eddie. He still hasn't turned up though. No. So I've just rung Boy Wonder, or Boy Wonder 2, and he's still in the house playing and doing naughty things. So as far as I can make out, he's taken the fish out of my tank and put them in the paddling pool in the garden. So I'll have to have a few words with him about that. But yes, I'm moving the stuff over, his mother's bringing him over, and see if the naughtiness continues. Right, I'm going to try and get everything set up, get some food on, get rods out and everything, and hopefully catch a few fish. So I'll see you later.
Hi.
Hi. What have you been doing naughty this morning?
Oh, I put goldfish in our pool.
Yeah, well, that was a silly idea, wasn't it?
But he's having fun.
Right. So he's going to be fishing like a pack bait mix that we're going to make up in a minute. So yes, let's keep him busy and hopefully we'll catch a few fish. So Eddie is making himself an American style pack bait. I'm going to show him what they got, Ed. So he's got chunks of ground up bread. We ran it through the boilie cruncher. It's stale bread. We've got some famous Bird's jelly crystals, and at the bottom we got some flaked corn and other bits and pieces. So we're going to mash it all into one juicy mess, and he's going to fish with these inline feeders that I managed to pick up on Temu. So we'll have a look, see how it goes.
Yeah.
Just pour it in. Oh, it stinks, isn't it?
I like the smell of it, but
Get your fingers in there now and stir it like a...
where you're lying, right?
No.
I never knew this part. You never told me about this part.
What do you think? It just stirs itself?
Yeah.
Get your hands like that. And just stir it and stir it and stir it and stir it until it's all the mash has been, and the bread are all one big sticky paste.
Oh, I can feel this getting sticky. It's already starting to get sticky.
So once we get this, once you work it into like a nice paste completely, then you'll be able to fish it on a method feeder. How are you doing?
Good, I think it's done.
It's not done, Ed. It's nowhere near done. Come here. Out of the way. So there we go. Big, huge lumps of bread, corn, seed meal, and jelly powder. It doesn't smell.
It smells like dog food.
Yeah. But that should be a good little carp. The bread should spread out on the bottom, and we got fish showing in the peg, so we should be. So once that's a little ball like that is wrapped around your hook bait, Ed, the fish has got to, hunting that down, is going to pull out the hook bait in the middle of yours. Eddie's fishing with his pack bait mix. So that's mainly breadcrumb, ground bread, and corn, and lots of bits and pieces. That's a massive ball, Ed.
Yep.
Squashing it on. Now poke a little hole in the top and put your bait in there. Not right in the top, but in the middle there. Now put your boilie in. Right, squash it down. Now to get that really like rock hard, dip your hands in water and then splat a bit of water on the outside. Now, with your hands, because the outside will expand a bit then, hardening it.
It's ready to get cast.
Ready to go?
Yes, that's a huge rock.
Do you reckon you're going to be able to cast that now?
No. I don't call you cast.
You want me to cast it?
Yeah.
So we'll aim for where we saw that fish come in earlier on.
Yes.
So you can look over there. You've got the slightly yellower bit of bush.
That
See if we
bush.
can get to it.
Oh, that's very good lighting if you zoom in.
Go zoom in, Ed.
Check.
There we are.
There. Good casting, Dad. Oh, Dino, look up here. I know the magic trick to get him. Oh, Dino. Oh, do you want it? You want it? There you go. Greedy pig.
When Eddie came down, he brought Dino the carp dog. You right, boy? He's wandering around hoovering up anything he can eat on the floor, so I got to make sure there's nothing with hooks in it. And if he's like every other spaniel I've ever met, he likes to pull himself to as far to the end of his lead as possible. So we got him strapped to the bed because he will just wander off, not listen. And now he's pulling himself as far as he can to the edge of the. I did try to put him on the pegs, but on the bivvy pegs, but again he was virtually hanging himself on that. Right, you okay, boy? Yeah, you were right, didn't you? Oh. Oh, is there people, is there? It's getting you out of the house anyway, isn't it? Is it on?
Yep, he's on.
So you pinch my rod now?
No.
Try to steer it towards me. Not a monster bream, but it's a big bream, isn't it?
It's a lovely bream.
Joe, I was just saying that we haven't seen any bream for a while. And all of a sudden,
A £9 bream.
£9 smack bang on.
Yep. He's got slime on him like an eel.
He's a slimy. Let's take some pretty cool photos there. Now flip him round, show the other side of the big hefty bream. How big's that, Ed?
£9.
£9. There we are, I've taken some pictures. Oh, and he's off.
I saw that.
All we've had all day is a bream. Eddie is now mashing up loads of bait to go into his sticky mix. He's put, I got a bag of hemp, he's poured most of that in there. He's got the new Mistral's Urge bait, the syrup, he's poured loads of that in there. He's grinding up some red aggressor, he's making the most really stinky mix to squeeze around his little, his weight. But yes. But there's nothing much really happening. I've spawned some down to the margins that side. I measured it up at 12 wraps and a foot. And what I done, rather than tussle with the trees, I put 5 spoms, then I moved it across and put 5 spoms, and I put 2 baits out, and I've still got a zig out, which I spommed over the top, about 4 spoms. And I'm going to probably swap that over to a Ronnie tonight. What are you doing, Ed? Mix it. Yeah, so I'm hoping that it kicks off during the hours of darkness, because the fish were topping earlier on, and every now and again they launch in, but they're not feeding. They're it's hard to think, innit? But then when we were at Kevin Mabley 2 weeks ago now, those fish topping all over the place. And then I had runs where the fish weren't showing at all, so. Enjoying yourself?
Yeah, do you want to show the camera what I've made?
Oh yeah. So, that's the update. Let's just have a look at Eddie's amazing mix. So it's what you saw earlier on, except it's got loads of ground red aggressor in it, more hemp seed, and some urge. And you can smell the sort of plum and squid coming from it. Right, let's have a look if we cook some dinner. Right, so it's dinner time. Eddie's still down there making a mess. And what we got? Burgers in the pan. Healthiest burgers money can buy. Little 6 mini burgers or whatever. At least I know where you'll bloody eat these. Oh Christ, they're incinerated. But yeah, gonna do the burgers, chuck a hash brown on top of them, and they'll be banging. Burgers are done. So I rammed an egg in there with the hash brown. Banging. Eddie's having, what are you having, just plain burger, Ed? go to get some food now and then settle down for the night then. Time for Dino to go home. Do you have fun on the bank, Dino?
I bet he's going to start coughing.
You need to go home for dinner, don't you? Starving. You've eaten some boilies and I gave you some eggs. It's time to go home. Well, you could hurt him doing that.
No, I'm not. I do it to him all the time.
Right, I'll see you guys later. So it's 9 o'clock. Absolutely nothing's happened. Eddie's had a good few perch on his float rod and now he's run out of worms. So he's got a bit of sweet corn on there, well, a bit of maize.
I'm not catching anything.
And he's not catching anything.
It's your fault.
Everything's my fault. But yeah, the rods haven't moved since we had our bream. I got bitten by some sort of bug on the back of my hand. You can right on the knuckle, you can see that swelling up. But that's the events of today. We had a bream. Eddie's had some perch and an eel, and I've been bitten by a bug. I did see a carp turning over earlier on, and then about 10 minutes ago a bream turned over, like a big bream. Everyone was like, oh, a fish turned over, and I looked at it, you could see by the spiky sort of, the sharp pointed fins that it wasn't a carp. But yes, right, so we're going to tidy things up, put Eddie in the bed, and hopefully we'll get a few takes during the night. It's been quiet during the day, put a bit of bait out, and hopefully, I'm saying hopefully a lot, and just, it's been a long day for zero fish for me. Right, I shall see you guys later, hopefully. So I'm going to bed then? I was a bit late with the camera. One of the biggest rats I've ever seen. It bolted off down there. It's more or less the size of a cat. Long night. I kept waking up expecting some sort of beep or screaming run, and it never happened. Eddie was up at 6, reeling his rod in, and causing me to have to move my rods. But yeah, it was drizzling most of the night, which is not great. That's why I've got that super frizzy, volumized hair. It's nothing happening. Eddie's over there, wandering around. He's decided to go over this side of the peg now because he reckons he saw 4 carp apparently. How many carp do you see down there, Ed?
About 4.
About 4.
Yes.
And so I've moved my trod that I had out on the oily patch that was surfacing out there. I chucked it in there. But I remember having a run in there years ago, and I had a run and it cut me off within seconds. So I don't know what's in there, if it's been cleaned out or nothing, I don't know. Well, we'll give it a try. I can feel the dampness in the air. There's like a drizzly bit coming in. So I'm going to put the camera away and then get the kettle on, is it? Yes, not the most prolific of sessions. Blank for the night, bream in the day, blank for the second night. But we're out on the bank. There's a fish over there.
Where?
Just underneath the surface. Breakfast is on the go. Eddie's already having one flat sausage in a bath. I'm going to go for something a bit more feed me, because I can't live like Eddie does on dust. But yeah, at least I'll be fed. The fish don't want to be fed unless they've eaten every bit of bait I put out there apart from the hook bait. Cooking myself up a very unhealthy breakfast of eggs and processed sausage. And it started drizzling again. I hate this weather. Just rain or don't rain. Don't drizzle constantly. Right, so we are starting the inevitable pack down with no fish. But yes, over on my right hand rod, which it is, I'll show you. Let's flip this around, let's have a look. So my right hand rod is literally there, and a fish just launched itself there, smack bang on top of it, as I'm about to sort of reel them in to start taking the first barrel load round. What do we do? What do we do? I'm going to sit here and give it 10 minutes, even though it's starting to pick to rain again. But yeah, what do we do? Well, you have to pack up. 48 hours no fish. As you start packing up, they start bouncing over your baits, or over where you've put your hook bait. Right, so I have to still pack down. I'm going to give it 10 minutes and see what happens. Right, we're all packed up. We're ready to go home. As normal, we reeled in the rods, and there was a carp cruising straight the way through where I just reeled in from. So Eddie's unpacked a rod, thrown it back out, but he doesn't realise that you're not going to catch a fish off the surface with a small bomb and sweet corn. Well, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, we packed everything away, so, and he's just thrown the rod together and unpacked a load of stuff. And we need to go home now, don't we, Ed? No, you're just ignoring me here.
Now I've really destroyed it.
You tangled it all up. Can you put it all away? Ed, everything's on the barrel ready to go, apart from all that stuff that you've just unpacked. What's that, your phone?
It's getting cold. By who?
Howdy Ma.
Downstairs. Hello? What? Say that to Dad.
Right, so while I'm getting Eddie to pack things up for the second time, we're off over home. 48 hours of pure torture, really. It's been clammy and warm. I don't know if they're on the countdown for a second spawning or something. I don't know. It's just, it's sad that a bream saved the blank. Right, you ready to go, Ed?
Yeah.
Yeah? Right, we'll catch you next time we're on the bank.
Bye-bye.
Ta-da! You gonna stand there, Ed?
Bye.